I think we live.
Waiting on me, or you sure?
Yeah, I'm just adjusting a little bit. My bad. Get this right. Get it all the way right. Yeah, so we on. Shalom, Yahawashi, Yahshua Brakatas, priest and officer of 1,000th Shab. We getting ready to get into the Wednesday night Florida law class. We are the Isupk, started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jenny Yohana. I got Officer Yahawashi with me, brother out from
Shalom,
Tampa.
Yahawashi.
All right,
Yeah,
brother. Most High in Christ, brother from Tampa. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. The topic we're going to go into is a little bit inspired off of the movie that just came out. I don't know if most of y'all have seen it. Heard the general talk about it a little bit on Monday radio show. Is the movie called Judas and the Black Messiah. Right, and it's based upon a true story with the whole Black Panther movement during the 60s and Black Revolution and Liberation at that time. You know what I'm saying? And they just made a movie about Fred Hampton's life and his role in the Black Panther movement. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get briefly into that a little bit, right? So right now in 2021, you know what I'm saying, we're still suffering the same things that we went through back in the 60s, right? We're still being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Cops are still coming in our neighborhoods and shooting us down when we're unarmed or when we're not a threat. You know what I'm saying? Drugs is still running rampant in our neighborhoods. We still have no businesses, no infrastructure in our neighborhoods. So what's going on back then is no different what was going on today. You know what I'm saying? You seen it when it happened in 2020 last year. You know what I'm saying? During the lockdown, they done killed a black man named George Floyd. Now, you know, everybody felt that they wanted to protest, you know what I'm saying, and speak against the killing of George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So you have all type of, you know, revolutionary groups or people that's, you know, feeling like they have to stand up for the injustice that we go through in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So right now, what we going through is no different from what the brothers went through in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? But the brothers in the Isupk, the revolutionary that we stand behind is a black man named Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? Or the world ignorantly calls him Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Christ was a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? He knew the ins and out and how to liberate his people from oppression, right? And that's what we, you know what I'm saying? That's what we pattern our revolution behind. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that black people can ever get out of the condition that we in unless we come back to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Not taken away from, you know, all the might and the power that the Black Panthers had back in the day, because them cats was rolling. You know what I'm saying? They had the spirit, they had the zeal. And at one point, I do feel like they was very sincere in their work in helping black people and feeding black people. You know what I'm saying? They created a breakfast program in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That's where what WIC comes from, right? You know what I'm saying? They created certain things that can help black people, you know what I'm saying? And even though they had the spirit, they didn't have the knowledge of the Most High or the knowledge of this history, of their history and of the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're going to find out how we can get free from this oppression, right? Let me start with Romans chapter 10, real quick. I'll see how we're going to get verse 2. Right, so I end up seeing the movie, right? So this ain't gonna really be a breakdown about the movie, but I just want to break down the spirit of Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know that Christ was not no, you know, loving, kiss everybody, kumbaya, sissy that they try to portray him to be in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say that Christ was an austere man. You know what I'm saying? He was about getting his people out of the conditions that they were in. You know what I'm saying? And he had understanding of the scriptures to do so. He had the Most High behind him to do so. You know what I'm saying? And with that tool, you can do, much more than what we're trying to do now in 2021. You know what I'm saying? We done tried everything under the book. We done tried Martin Luther King way with marching and begging. We done tried Malcolm X way. We done tried the Nation of Islam way. We done tried the Black Power movement, Black Panther, by picking up guns and marching and doing. We done tried everything under the book. The only thing that we have not actually tried with all our heart is following the law, statute, commandments that's written in this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Following Yahawashi, getting in the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? Understanding your culture as an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we have not tried, and that's something that will get us and fix our conditions, right? So let me get Romans 10 real quick.
Romans chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to the knowledge.
Right, according to the knowledge of what? Right? You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that it's talking about is the knowledge of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Of your history and your identity, right? We have a zeal, meaning we have that spirit to want to free our people and to stand up to our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? So that we can get some type of justice for all the crimes that we faced here in America. You know what I'm saying? But the only way we can ever get justice is by serving the Most High and coming back to the knowledge of this book, coming back to the knowledge of your identity and your history. You know what I'm saying? And what role that you're supposed to play in order to liberate your people. You know what I'm saying? And when Christ came through on the scene, he understood the role that he played and what he had to do, you know what I'm saying, and certain steps that he had to take in order to get his people to understand, to serve the Most High, to get his people back in the knowledge of the book. You know what I'm saying? One thing that he did is he did not teach his disciples, or nor did he preach to Israel or throughout the nations that everybody is one. You know what I'm saying? That everybody should be joined together, right? You got to understand that the time when Christ came on the scene, what Israel was going through at that time. You know what I'm saying? What was going on that land, right? Let's get Luke 1 real quick, verse 67. All right, we got to read about what was going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Christ came at that time. You know what I'm saying? At that time, everybody did not need salvation, right? At that time, not everybody, was unified. Not everybody was one and loving each other. Christ came for a particular reason, right? Let's get that real quick.
Go ahead. You said Luke chapter 1, verse 7?
67.
67. Okay. Luke chapter 1, verse 67. And his father, Zacharias, was filled with the Holy Ghost and prophesied, saying, Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
And he has done what?
Visited and redeemed his people.
Now, you should ask yourself this question, Christian, you know what I'm saying, or whoever don't understand this Bible. You should ask yourself, why would Christ come and redeem and save his people? What did they need redemption from? Who did they need to be saved from? And why only Israel is the one that need to be saved? You know what I'm saying? These are the questions that your pastor cannot answer. You know what I'm saying? In the time of Christ, this is under the Roman occupation, meaning the Romans was over Israel. They was oppressing the Israelites at that time when Christ was born on the earth. You know what I'm saying? You had King Herod and the Roman army and all these Roman generals that was over Israel. And Israel was being oppressed by these Romans. If you read the Apocrypha and the Maccabees, it talks about that history. You know what I'm saying? But they took the Maccabees, they took Apocrypha out of it. Now you got regular Bibles that don't even have the Apocrypha in it. You know what I'm saying? When this is something that's part of your history that you should know about why Christ was going on, right? When Malachi ended, It was in who captivity?
That was in the Babylonian captivity.
Babylonian.
No, or the Syrian.
Right, the one after that.
Greek.
You should get one more. The one before that.
Babylonian, Syrian, Greek.
Right, the Persian and the Medes.
Persian and Medes.
Right,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's no sweat. You know what I'm saying? It was a Xerxes in them. You know, the Persians was over Israel at the end of Malachi. And then when you end Malachi, you go over to the New Testament in Matthew. Now all of a sudden you have the Romans that's over Israel. So what happened in between then? You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of history that's missing. You know what I'm saying? But you can find that once you actually pick up the Bible and read it for yourself. They got Bibles. The 1611 Bible, it has the Apocrypha attached to it. You get what I'm saying? It has the Bible attached to it. I mean, it has the Apocrypha attached to it where you can read about this history. So this is who Christ came to redeem and to save from. Continue on, Officer Yahawashi. Karo Khan, sir. Karo Khan, Officer Kazak said Persia, you know what I'm saying? Shalom, sir, Lord of Christ. Well, go ahead, Officer Yahawashi.
Verse 69. And hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets.
Right, like what's written in the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? It all points back to Yahawashi coming to save Israel. Nowhere in this book where it say that Christ came to save everybody or God loves everybody. You know what I'm saying? Christ was a revolutionary, man. He wanted to liberate his people from the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And we're still under oppressed. Those same Romans that was in the time of Christ, we're still oppressed under them till this day here in America. You know what I'm saying? But every revolution that we tried has failed. And listen, I'm not knocking Fred Hampton. I ain't knocking the Black Panther movement. They tried their best that they could do, you know what I'm saying, in their ignorance or whatever they try to do. You know what I'm saying? But it did not succeed because they didn't do it with the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do it with this Bible, and they didn't do it under Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? He is the king over Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And he knew the solution to redeem us, right? Continue on, Yahawashi.
Khan. Which have been since the world began, that we shall be saved from our enemies.
From who?
From our enemies.
From who?
From our enemies.
Listen, Christ had enemies. And guess what? You Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you have enemies as well. You know what I'm saying? You are in the hands of those that hate you. Why you think they brought you here in America in the first place? They never had the intention to be equal with you. You know what I'm saying? They never had the intention to treat you fairly and to love you. Their whole goal was to bring you here to be a slave. That's what they brought you here for. You know what I'm saying? And time after time after you can still hear me, Yaza?
Come.
Okay. Time after time, we fought trying to get free from this captivity. Time after time, we did it without this book. You know what I'm saying? We thought guns was gonna do it. Y'all remember the story about Botham Jean when he died? Y'all remember that? And the cat that was eating ice cream in his house.
I think that was him, the brother Botham Jean. He was eating ice cream in the crib.
Right. Yep.
Edomite, she comes into the apartment and shoots the brother for no reason.
For no reason. Right. You know what I'm saying? She tried to say she thought it was her apartment or whatever excuse she tried to say. But after that, there was a protest that happened in Dallas, Texas. I don't know if y'all remember that, right? And during that protest, a black man picked up a rifle, assault rifle. It killed 5 police officers. Y'all remember that?
Oh, the Blackly Black. He was in the Blackly Black community.
Right.
If I'm mistaken, yeah.
Con. And listen, how long ago was that when Botham Jean got killed? Or even when that cat killed those 5 officers?
It was about 2 or 3 years ago.
2-3 years ago. In that
Somebody,
span of time to what we're going through today, what has changed in our community?
shoot, nothing.
Nothing has changed. How has
Literally,
that liberated us from the oppression that we go through day by day in America? You know what I'm saying? That AK-47 is not your solution. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Romans 9:17. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go and run down on a white man with your AR-15 and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that you can beat him with the bullets that he make, thinking that you can out shoot him or out, number him with ammo, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that's gonna work. And then let's say you do get an upper hand on a white man. Guess who's gonna get the praise? You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna say, man, I thank goodness for that assault rifle. If it wasn't for that assault rifle, we would not be free from the condition where we in. But guess what? The Lord is the one that's gonna get the glory, and He gonna get the praise, man. The same way in Egypt, right? Let's get that real quick. Romans 9.
Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee,
Right.
and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Right. It's the same reason the Lord raised up Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, Pharaoh was the most powerful country on earth. They had all the wealth, they had the military might, they had the great statues and the pyramids and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was built by the Hebrew slaves. But guess what? The Lord raised them up to be that powerful and that wealthy, just so the Lord could show His power in him. You know what I'm saying? Just so the Lord can flex His might and His strength by bringing Pharaoh down. He hardened his heart for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So by the time we left out of Egypt, we knew good and well who's the one that brought us out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, most of us knew. You know what I'm saying? We still, rebelled against the Most High, but for the most part, we knew that it was the Lord. That's the only way we was able to get out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Because even before that, Moses, remember when Moses went and was spying on the Hebrews, or seeing how the Hebrews dwelt in their area, and then at one point he seen a Hebrew At one point, he seen a Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? He seen a Hebrew oppressing or beating an Egyptian, you know what I'm saying? And then at that point, he felt like he had to take it upon himself to slay that Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? And then when he killed that Egyptian, he went back to the spot where the Hebrews at, and he saw two brothers fighting. You know what I'm saying? And he went up to them and told them, listen, why are y'all fighting? And then those brothers turned on Moses. You know what I'm saying? That was a clear sign showing that the way that you're going to free the Hebrews or the Israelites is not by picking up arms or picking up weapons against the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? It was a spiritual battle. The Hebrews at that time didn't understand that Moses was trying to look out for them. You know what I'm saying? He trying to look out for them by telling them to stop fighting one another. You know what I'm saying? Your problem is the Egyptians, but they didn't even understand that. And you have that, and it's no different what we're going through today. Today is modern day Egypt. You know what I'm saying? You get black people, get them to carry assault rifles and carry guns and march through the white man's streets and through Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? When everything is said and done, you're going to have, my bad, used to be barging in the room, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to have cats who believe in different things. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have this cat who believe the black woman is God. You're going to have this cat that's going to believe in we should be Muslims. You're going to have this cat believe that we should be into Buddha. And then there's going to be a continued conflict with us joining together. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be able to sustain as a nation if we battling on beliefs. You know what I'm saying? We have one power, and that's the Most High power. You know what I'm saying? And he called us to keep his law, statute, commandments. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Moses taught. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord taught Moses, and to free his people. You know what I'm saying? Well, today, well, guess what? America's a great country, rich and powerful, got the #1 military. You know what I'm saying? They got all the weapons in the world. You know what I'm saying? The only reason America is that great today, so the Lord can show his power in it. You know what I'm saying? So he can show his power and his might by destroying America. You know what I'm saying? And then it will be well and known that no longer will say the Lord, this is the Lord that got us out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord that got us out the North Country. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? That's what the praise is going to be about, right? So drop that real quick. Let's go continue to read on. Anything you want to add to, Yahawashi, you can go ahead.
No, too well, sir.
All right, drop that. Let's get Luke 22 and 36.
And there's Luke 22 and 26 or 36?
36.
Come on. Luke chapter 26, or Slaki, Luke chapter 22, verse 26. Mm-hmm. Luke chapter 22, verse 36. Then said he unto them, but now he that have a purse, let him take it. Mm-hmm. And likewise, Slaki.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Slaki. Likewise his scrip, and he that have no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
Right. You know what I'm saying? This is Christ speaking to his disciples. You know what I'm saying? He's letting them know he that has a garment, you know what I'm saying, or got money in a bag, why don't you try to either sell that garment or use the money that's in that bag to go purchase a sword? A sword is a weapon at that time. You know what I'm saying? The modern day sword is what?
Kind of a good.
Go ahead.
That would be like a gun.
Right. That's the modern day. You don't see cats pulling out blades, asking for each other for a duel. You know what I'm saying? That's ancient and old. Modern day, people got clips, guns, bullets, boom, and then they go to war. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to understand about this when it comes to this scripture is there's nothing wrong with owning a firearm, right? We understand that a firearm is not something that's going to be used for us to liberate us from the white man. But if you want to personally own a legal firearm, you know what I'm saying, you can, do it within your legal rights. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with owning a personal firearm. You know what I'm saying? But if you think you're going to stock up on 100 AK-47s and 100 AR-15s and step to the white man, like that's going to get us out of this captivity and out of the hellhole that we live in. You know what I'm saying? You sadly mistaken yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is a spiritual revolution that we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the minds of our people of stop getting high off of drugs. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the minds of our people to stop sleeping with whores. Stop going into the Christian church. Stop going inside the Muslim mosque. Stop celebrating these holidays. That's more radical than just picking up a gun. You know what I'm saying? You got these cats nowadays. What's these cats' name? No NFAAC, something like that.
Oh, man.
No messing around.
No messing around coalition.
Right. Those cats, And listen, there's probably sincere brothers and sisters in their organization, right? That probably never heard of the Isupk. Who knows what the case may be? You know what I'm saying? But they feel like that's the only way that, black people can get free. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? What the reason why they're in there. You know what I'm saying? But we're here right now to tell you in the Isupk that if you really want to free your people, you have to come back to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Because I can guarantee you, half of those cats, I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? They probably sincere in their work. You know what I'm saying? Half of those cats is probably out celebrating Christmas. You know what I'm saying? After they done marching with their guns, they put the guns down and spark up a blunt. You know what I'm saying? After they done marching with the guns, they go into the strip club and start throwing ones and doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Half of them probably, into lesbianism or a homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? All these things are outlawed in this Bible. You know what I'm saying? If your spirit ain't right, the Lord is not going to be with you in this warfare. Let me get Joshua 7 real quick. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Joshua, chapter.
Go ahead.
Now,
go ahead.
Verse
Start me at verse 1, Baba Kashar.
Joshua chapter 7, verse 1. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accused thing, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabadi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took up the accused thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel. And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth Aven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2 or 3 thousand men go up and smite Ai, and make not all of the people to labor hither, for they are for they are but a few.
Right. So this is when we coming out the wilderness, right? And it's the time of Joshua. You know what I'm saying? We about to go and take a land. You know what I'm saying? Before we go and take that land, he told them to scout the land, right? To see what's going on in that land before we go in there and kill everybody and take it. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and read on.
Come. Verse 3. And they returned. Oh, slacking.
Yeah, you read that right.
Verse 4. So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, and they chased them from before the gate even unto Shebarim, and smite them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water.
Right. So while they was about, they went into battle to take this land that was really ours. You know what I'm saying? That was in the land of Israel. You know what I'm saying? They started losing this battle. They getting a butt whipped from the men of AI or whatever you pronounce it. You know what I'm saying? They getting a butt whipped and they losing. You know what I'm saying? Our people is losing in this battle. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to read the reaction of Joshua once we started losing in this battle. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the eventide. He and his elders, Slaki.
No, go ahead.
Okay, Slaki. And the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads.
Right. So he ended up being frustrated, man. You know what I'm saying? He praying to the Most High on why we losing this battle. Right. Even when the people started losing, it said that the people, their hearts melted. You know what I'm saying? And became as water. Like it's they lost confidence in this battle. Their spirit to go to war with these cats, they lost that. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? We are God's chosen people. There ain't nothing that we can't do, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord cannot help us with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're undefeated in the ISUPK for a reason. We undefeated not because, we're, so scholarly or so great as in all of that, which we are, you know what I'm saying? Just to toot our own horn, but it's because the Lord is with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we keep these law, statute, commandments in the ISUPK. That's why we undefeated. So when Joshua started losing, he couldn't understand why. He's trying to figure out why they lose it, right? Go ahead and read on.
Verse 7. And Joshua said, At last, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over Jordan to deliver as into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us? Would to God we have been content and dwelled on the other side of Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us around, and cut off our name from the earth. And what wilt thou do unto the great name?
Right. So this is when we're in the wilderness, when we just came out of Egypt. Now, all these other surrounding countries is hearing about what the Lord did in Egypt. Brought all these plagues, killing the firstborn, even splitting the Red Sea so they can get across. You know what I'm saying? And these nations heard about that and they know about that. And they fear us, knowing that these are the people that the Lord was with in Egypt, that destroyed Egypt, even though they had all the wealth and all the military might. You know what I'm saying? But now when we going in the wilderness and going into battle, we losing this battle. And Joshua was asking the Lord, listen, why are we losing? You know what I'm saying? Why did you bring us out of Egypt? Just so we can die? And if we die out here, all our enemies is going to be like, you know what? These are not the chosen people of the Most High. These people are not that great. You know what I'm saying? They would have seen some weakness in us for them to want to pick up their weapons and kill us all off in the wilderness, right? Continue on.
Verse 10. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up. Wherefore liest thou upon thy face? Israel have sinned.
Israel have what?
Israel have sinned.
So what was the reason why we was losing this battle?
Because we sinned.
Because we use sin. And what is sin?
Transgression of the law.
Right, transgression of the law. You know what I'm saying? We was breaking the covenants of the Most High, of the laws of the Most High in the wilderness. And that's why we was losing that battle. So no matter how much guns you pick up and feel like you need to go to war with the white man, you know what I'm saying? If you're not serving the Most High, you're going to lose the battle. It's clear as day. You know what I'm saying? And Black Panther movement or the Black Power movement should be a witness to that. You know what I'm saying? That was a powerful movement during the 60s. Wherever you go, everybody had that afro, you know what I'm saying? Or either rocking the dashiki with the beret and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It was a powerful movement at that time. But it came to nothing, not only because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, but most importantly, because we was not keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. We didn't do it as an Israelite under Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? And it's no different from what Joshua went through and what we're going through today. You know what I'm saying? And Christ understood that, right? Continue on, Yahawashi.
Come. And they have also transgressed my covenant, which I have commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, Slaki, and have also stolen and dissembled also. And they have put it even among their own stuff. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turn their backs before their enemies.
Right. No. Go ahead. Now finish that part.
Okay. Because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you anymore, except ye destroy the accursed from among you.
Right. We was doing things that was against the laws of this Bible. You know what I'm saying? And listen, these other nations are our enemies. We have enemies. They're out here only to destroy you, man. You can see it in your neighborhoods till this day. You go in your own backyard, in your own community. Who owns all the shops in your community? Right? When they set up shop in your hood and they sell all the fried chicken and all the nails and all the hair and whatever they sell in your neighborhood, guess what they do with that money that they get off of you from selling in your neighborhood? They use that same money and support their community. They bring that money back to their neighborhood. And they don't share none of the wealth with you. They don't even employ you to work in their stores in your own neighborhood. Because they are your enemies, man. And we cannot defeat them. You cannot run them out your neighborhood unless you're serving the Most High. That is the most important thing to this revolution. Serving the Most High is what's going to get you free from this oppression. Now, what does serving the Most High look like? right? A Christian could say that he's serving God because he goes into church on Sunday banging the tambourine and he sings hallelujah all day. That person could be like, you know what? I'm serving God. I'm doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Luke 17 and 20.
Come on.
Right? This is what we're reading about right now. Right now is the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The reason why you see all this protests and George Floyd and all these brothers and sisters that's dying at the hands of this oppressor is because this is the time of the kingdom of heaven. This is the time for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come together and separate from the oppressor. This is the time that we in right now. Right? Go ahead and read that real quick.
Luke chapter 17, verse 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of God shall come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation.
The kingdom of God, what?
Come not with observation.
Coming not with observation, right? This is not something that you just sit back and bang your tambourine all day talking about hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? It does take action to serve the Most High, right? The action that's necessary to take is keeping the law, statute, commandments. That's what's need to be done. That's what needs to be taught in the Christian church, right? You can't say you love God, you know what I'm saying, and you're not keeping his commandments. You can't say you love God's people, you know what I'm saying, and you love Black people, you know what I'm saying, and talk about how you love God at the same breath, but you're not doing what he tells you to do. How could you say you love God, you know what I'm saying, who you not seen, but yet you're not out here, you know, making sure that Black people are straight and making sure that we're well fed and taking care of who you see every day when you roll down in your Rolls Royce. You rolling up and down the neighborhood just to go in your church, seeing everybody strung out on drugs and destroyed and living in hell. You know what I'm saying? How would a conscience and with a heart, how could you drive by with your $200,000 car and not be willing to help the same people in that neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really serve God in the Christian church. The kingdom of heaven come not with observation. You know what I'm saying? We putting in work in the Isupk, right? Read on.
Come on, if I could.
Go ahead, soldier.
You know, that's what the Christian church, I mean, I guess you could say indirectly, they teach that you could just have a good time and then, you know, Christ gonna come and do all the work. When in the scriptures, Christ is telling us to get our act together, you know what I'm saying, and do the work instead of, you know, shucking jiving on Sunday. And then now you the worst person from Monday to Saturday, you doing everything you can in your imagination and then expect to be delivered when you the weakest person on the planet.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit of the Christian church, and that's what they do all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? The buck stops with them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody holds themselves accountable in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? All the hell that we go through in our neighborhoods, nobody turns to the pastor and say, why are we going through this? Right? We love to question the politicians and the governors and the mayors, which is, you know, I can understand it. You know what I'm saying? But nobody questions that pastor in your own neighborhood. He don't play a role as well. You know what I'm saying? The only reason the Lord gave him that position to be a pastor is to make sure that the people is straight. Right? Your leadership role is to take care of the people in the community, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Christian church has failed. All they do is observe. That's why we never gonna get the kingdom of the Most High if we continue in the Christian church. They just sit back and observe all day. They observe you getting high. They observe you getting shot in the streets by the police. They'll observe you on poverty and can't pay your bills. All these things, they just sit back and watch. You know what I'm saying? But Christ himself, out of his own mouth, said, the kingdom of God comes not with observation. You know what I'm saying? Neither is the revolution going to come with observation. You know what I'm saying? But the main point of this revolution or getting free from this oppression is you turning back to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much guns you got or how much marching boots or how many soldiers you think you have. You know what I'm saying? Strength is not in numbers. It is not. You can read that about that in Gideon. You know what I'm saying? You don't need 100 cats or 100,000 cats, you know what I'm saying, in order for this thing to work. You get a few soldiers, dedicated brothers that's dedicated themselves to the Most High, they can move things in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ was dedicated, right? Let's get the spirit of Yahawashi, man. Let's get Luke 19-27 real quick. We're going to read about this dedication of Yahawashi, man. Anything you wanted to add, Yahawashi?
No, sir. Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those my enemies.
But what?
But those my enemies.
Now, pause right there. Right? The church make it seem like Christ is just, just all loving and so friendly. How could somebody that they portray him to be could have enemies? How could somebody like that, that's just, so wonderful and smooth talking and whispers to you, how could a person like that can possibly have enemies? You know what I'm saying? The Bible, like I said, the Bible says that Christ is an austere man. And remember what we read in Luke 1-67 through 68. It said that Christ came to redeem and to save his people, you know what I'm saying, from their enemies. Now we're reading about I'll go to it, sir. We're reading about how those my enemies, you know what I'm saying, because Christ had enemies, right? And that's the enemies of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead and read on.
Come, which would not that I shall ring over them.
Mm-hmm.
Bring hither. And slay them before me.
And do what?
Slay them before me.
Guess what? Christ was not, like Martin Luther King. He was nothing like Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? He was not about just getting hosed down and get dogs sicked on you. That's not what he was about. You know what I'm saying? What he was about is saving blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And guess what? When Christ returns, he will come back and make war with his enemies. You know what I'm saying? Those his enemies, bring them hither and slay them before me. That sounds a lot different from what the Christian church told us about Christ. Doesn't it? Right. That sounds a lot different from what they told us he was. You know what I'm saying? Christ was not about playing games. He was about his Father's work and doing his Father's will. Let me get Luke 14 real quick, verse 31.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that did not take Christ picking up a sword and do none of that. That didn't take him to do that to get his 12 disciples. That didn't take him none of that. You know what I'm saying? What it took for him to be righteous and solid with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? To be strong in serving the Most High. Ain't nothing soft about serving God. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing weak and effeminate about serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be a soldier to serve the Lord, right? Like it said in Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. You're going to have to be disciplined, focused, sober-minded, you know what I'm saying? Attentive. All of that stuff is needed in order to be in the ranks of the Most High under Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That's what we're doing right now by listening and following Commander General Yahana and keeping these law, statute, commandments. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't going to bait us by, picking up guns and shooting every white man on the street. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that Luke 14:31 real quick.
You want me to start from 30, sir?
Yeah, if you seem fit, you go ahead.
Okay, Luke chapter 14, verse 30, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Mm-hmm. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and counseleth whether he be able Flucky. Okay.
No,
With
my bad.
10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. Want me to keep going?
Was that was 31?
Come.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say you gotta first count the cost. You gotta know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? This is about warfare. Christ didn't just come and build a Bible study group. He recruited those brothers like Peter, John to be soldiers, man. He recruited them to stand up for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what he recruited them for. You know what I'm saying? And to stand up for them by teaching them these laws, statutes, and commandments and be willing to die for one another. All right. And that goes to the other point about traitors. Ain't no way you can overthrow a nation without it first being infiltrated, you know what I'm saying, and getting traitors to throw it, to overthrow it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, there was traitors back then, and you got traitors today. Right? Cats that we celebrate that we don't think are traitors in the eyes of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They're actually traitors if you really, sit down and study their work or see their content of their character, like they try to say. You know what I'm saying? The main one is Martin Luther King. He was the biggest traitor to black people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing biblical or Christ-like about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King deceived you in thinking that you can join your oppressor. He taught you to be a better slave. That's what basically that's what he taught you. You know what I'm saying? But Christ came and he did the exact opposite. He taught you how to separate from your oppressor, how to be different, to get your spirit out of the ways of your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And he did it by teaching the laws that's written in his book. All right? Drop that. Let me get John 12 and 4. No, matter of fact, let me get Revelations 19 and 11 real quick. Right? You got to be willing to go all out for this truth.
Like you said, it was 19 and did you say 7?
11.
11. Come on.
I'm saying you got to be real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not something that you just do for Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you got to go all out with. Right? Everybody last year during 2020 in the summertime, everybody was Black Lives Matter. Everybody had their guns, had a bulletproof vest. They was ready to go to war. And not one shot was fired. You know what I'm saying? This is not a trend. This is not a fad. This is a lifestyle that we practice in the Isupk. And that lifestyle comes with you keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Right? Go ahead and read that real quick, Osiaza.
Come. Revelations chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Right. Who is that talking about?
Slocky, if I could, Yahawashi.
All right, talking about Yahawashi. Go ahead.
And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
He do what?
He doeth judge and make war.
Wow, he make war. Guess what is the casualty of war? Death. You know what I'm saying? Killing. Slaying. You know what I'm saying? That's what comes with war. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Christ is getting ready to do when he returns. You know what I'm saying? When he returns, he's going to make war with our oppressor, right? But when he first came, he had to teach us to do what's right. He had to teach us to do what's right first in order to get free, you know what I'm saying, from this oppressor. I'll get that down. All right. You know what I'm saying? All right. I don't know, you can hear the background?
Come on.
Yeah, it is. How to tell Salaki. So let me get John 15 and 13.
Come on.
1 second. All right. Whenever you got it, you go ahead.
Come on. You said John chapter
15 to 13.
Okay, come on. John chapter 15, verse 13. Or Salaki, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another,
That you
as
do
I have
what?
loved you. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man layeth down his life for his friends.
Mm-hmm.
Ye
This
are
is
my friends.
this is what Christ commanded us to do, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the spirit of brotherhood that every black Hispanic need to have. It kind of goes with that what we just read in Luke 14. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to count the cost. See what's at stake when you go to war with your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that's really that needs to be fixed and that's affecting us day by day, you know what I'm saying, is what we go through in our neighborhoods by not knowing our identity. By not knowing our identity, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't know who we are. We don't know that we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? And the two things that the law hangs on is love thy brother as thyself, as love the Most High with all thy heart, all thy mind, and thy strength, and love thy brother as thyself. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be a coward serving the Most High. You can't be a coward and trying to fix your people. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a coward and gassing our people up to get them killed in the middle of the street. You talking all that blackity black stuff, you know what I'm saying, but you're not giving them the actual solution. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more radical. You think picking up a gun is radical. There's nothing more radical than not celebrating Christmas. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more radical than that. Let you tell your woman that you're not gonna buy your kids no presents. Negroes are scared of that. They scared to do that, you know what I'm saying? But they got all the guns in the world. They got all the bulletproof vests in the world. Tell your kids that they ain't gonna go outside and trick or treat in Halloween. Tell them you ain't gonna buy them a birthday gift. Your kids will never talk to you ever in their life. Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? Because that is more radical than what they try to propaganda that they pushing out there. And like I said, I'm pretty sure there is sincere brothers and sisters in these organizations, in these movements. You know what I'm saying? But it is not gonna work. It is not gonna work. Christ is the number one revolutionary. What he did worked for them. Right? When Christ got crucified, he passed the torch on to Peter. Peter kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? And they was able to take over Rome and Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? They was taken care of when the Romans came in 70 AD. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what works. Serving the Most High is what's gonna work for us. Loving thy brother as thyself is what's gonna work for us. Be willing to die for your nation is what gonna work for us. All right, Uriah. Uh, oh, 1 second. Let me try to send you the link. All right. All right. So drop that. Let me. All right, let me get Acts 1:16. All right, whenever you got it, you go ahead.
Acts chapter 1, verse 16. Men and brethren, this scripture must needs have been fulfilled, which the Holy Ghost, by the mouth of David, spake before the concerning Judas, which was guide to them that took Yahawashi. For you want me to go to 17? So like,
Yeah, keep it on reading.
okay, come on. For he was numbered with us and had obtained part of this ministry. Now this man purchased the field with the reward of iniquity, and falling headlong, he burst asunder in the midst, and all his bowels gushed out.
Right. So Judas wasn't fit for the warfare. You know what I'm saying? He could not endure it to the end. And he became a traitor unto our King Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? And betrayed his brother for 30 pieces or 30 shekels or pieces of silver. You know what I'm saying? And after he did what he did, he started to feel his conscience eating him alive. And he ended up killing himself, right? And that's what we're reading about right now. You know what I'm saying? He hung himself. When he hung himself, his body fell down, and it said his bowels gushed out of him. All right, read on.
Verse 19. And it was known unto all the dwellers at Jerusalem, in so much as the field is called in their proper tongue. It's like Asidama, that is to say, the field of blood. For it is written in the book of Psalms, let his habitation be desolate, and let no man dwell therein. And his bishopric let another take. Wherefore of these men which have companied with us all the time that the Lord Yahawashi went in and out among us.
Mm-hmm. So now they're trying to get a brother, a 12th brother that can roll with them. You know what I'm saying? Because Judas was numbered among the 12. After he did what he did, then now they need another brother that can fill in that spot. You know what I'm saying? And what they doing is finding a brother that's been around them since day one, since the time of John the Baptist when Christ got baptized. You know what I'm saying? It was rolling on the scene. So they want to see a brother that's been there since back then, a pioneer in the walk, right? Read on.
It's like it. Verse 21. Oh, it's like it. Verse 22. Beginning from the baptism of John unto the same day that he was taken up from us, must one be ordained to be a witness with us of his resurrection. And they appointed two Joseph, called Barsabas, who was surnamed Justus, and Mattathias. And they prayed and said, Thou Lord, which knowest the heart of all men, show whether of these two that have that Slaki, of these two thou hast chosen, that he may take part of this ministry and apostleship, from which Judas by transgression fell, that he might go to his own place. And they gave forth their lots, and the lot fell upon Mattathias, and he was outnumbered with the 11. And he was numbered with the 11 apostles.
Right. Now he became the 12. You know what I'm saying? This movement, or quote unquote movement that they like to call, you know what I'm saying, is really a lifestyle that we doing. You know what I'm saying? But what we do, it does not stop, even with when brothers get weak. You know what I'm saying? This warfare does not stop. Uriah, man, I'm having trouble putting you in, man. For some reason, it's not letting me lock you in. You know what I'm saying? Right? So you got to understand, it did not stop even when Judas went and betrayed Yahawashi. When Judas got weak and tried to sell him out to the Pharisees, they know what they did. They picked up another brother and kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's been many attempts on them trying to stop this truth. 1 second. All right. There's been many attempts on our oppressor trying to stop this truth, but there's no way that you can stop this truth. You know what I'm saying? Because this is ordained by the Most High. The ISUPK has been set up by the Most High, and he chose Commander Jenny Yahana to be a leader over Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? And we teach real revolution. You know what I'm saying? We actually teach our sons how to be a revolutionary, how to teach our the sisters in the school how to be a revolutionary, what roles that need to be played in order for us to be free. You know what I'm saying? But if you become weak and a traitor, you know what I'm saying, you is no different from Judas. You know what I'm saying? But dropping your sword and leaving this truth is not going to make this truth stop. This truth is going to continue on until our king returns, man. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Our people need it. You know what I'm saying? Our people depend on it, man. You know what I'm saying? There is nobody out there that really cares for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians but the men in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to believe my words no how. Just look at our track record. You know what I'm saying? Look at the works that these brothers put in. You know what I'm saying? These brothers put in hella work, man, for their people, for the love of their people, man. You know what I'm saying? And once we come back to these laws, statutes, commandments, it will teach us how to love again. These laws can teach us how to be one and unified as a nation again. Right? This is not a group. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you caught the joint with Commander Jenny Han and the Proud Boys on what was it? Right. What was it? Friday? You know what I'm saying? One of those. Right. One of those.
I think it was Saturday.
Saturday? Okay, cool. Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, big up to Commander Jenny Hanna, of course, man, and all the generals and captains that did their thing, you know what I'm saying, during that interview, man. And the Proud Boys was trying to, you know, save face and be like, you know, how could we join one another? You know, why are we worried about what makes us different? Why don't we start focusing on what makes us one, or how could we join one another? You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can join to the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not of the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you cannot be a part of the ISUPK. Because what we're doing, we're building a nation, not a group. You know what I'm saying? This is not a club. This is not none of that, man. This is a nation that we building. You know what I'm saying? And every nation has an army. Every nation has an army to protect its citizens. You know what I'm saying? To protect its people. Right? And that's what we building in the ISUPK. And guess what? That's what Christ built as well. Christ had an army. You know what I'm saying? Give me where Christ fed the 5,000.
I think it's Luke. If I remember.
Yeah, give me. I think the one that says where he made them sit down in companies by rank. I think that one is probably written in Luke, right?
Come, I believe so.
All right. Yeah, whenever you got it, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Christ came through and established the army of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He made sure that his people was taken care of and his people was fed. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that he did, you know, for likes. Because guess what? He had enemies. He didn't do this for an applause. You know what I'm saying? Every time he would heal somebody, he would tell them, you know, don't even tell nobody, right? When he healed somebody, he'd be like, don't even say, you know, it was me. You know, keep it quiet. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even trying to take the glory from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? What he was doing was setting up his people to stand up against oppression. And you're not going to be able to stand if you're out getting high. You know what I'm saying? Getting smoking weed makes you passive anyway. All right? That's that's the effort drug. You know what I'm saying? You just see the bill come in, the child support letter comes in, you roll you a blunt, you light it up, and you just say F it. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed, it just gets you to be passive and weak. Don't want you to take no initiative. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You can't stand up strong if you're getting high. I don't care how much bulletproof vests you got. You know what I'm saying? You can't be getting high talking about you in the revolution. You can't lack morals talking about you in a revolution, man. You know what I'm saying? Without morality, you know what I'm saying, you are destined to fall. You know what I'm saying? Lack of morality is that piece of meat that the white man holds over your head for your starving flesh. That lust and that desire that you earn to do. Guess what? If you don't have no morals, the white man can tempt you to be a traitor. He can tempt you to be weak. And if you don't have morals, you're not a revolutionary, man. If you're not in the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, you're not a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? And everything that happened from the 60s on up, it happened for a reason, so we can learn from it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking away from Fred Hampton, or the Black Panther movement. I ain't taking away from none of that. You know what I'm saying? But what they messed up at, we can succeed in. You know what I'm saying? With the things that they did wrong, we can for sure succeed in that. And it's found all in this book. Not religion, but nationhood and how to build it up. You got that for me, Officer Yahawashi?
Is it Matthew chapter 14?
What'd that say?
Okay, come on.
All right. Whenever you got it, so you get it. Or whoever got it, y'all can go ahead and type it in. Who that? Uriah, Trooper, a lot. Marshall Marr. All right. All right. Look like I lost it, brother, man. All right. So the scriptures I was going to get, you know what I'm saying, showing how Christ set up his army. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into another verse until the brother gets back. I'm going to get into Matthew 21 and 19. All right. What we bringing out tonight is showing you what revolution is all about. You know what I'm saying? What it really takes to liberate and free your people from oppression. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Christ was all about. Christ was only about saving his people and his people only. Because his people was being oppressed. Right? His people was being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he came to do, to save his people from the oppression of the Romans. All right. And this is what we setting up in the Isupk, because we will succeed in the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? We have the tools to get us free from this oppression. And it's found only in this Bible, man. All right. This is a nation that we building with soldiers in it, man. All right. How is it back? All right. This is, no sweat. This is what we building up, right? I'm gonna read something real quick. Did you get it?
I got Matthew chapter 14. Is where, or I guess it gets down to it, verse 16.
Verse 16.
But it actually it's like it's like about 10 verses though.
Yeah,
in Matthew.
Listen, we got time. You know what I'm saying? We got time.
Okay, come on.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the verse I was gonna get. Go ahead and run it.
Okay, come. Matthew chapter 14, verse 13. And when Yahawashi heard of it, he departed thence by ship into the desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. And Yahawashi went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them. And he healed their sick. And when it was even, his disciples came to him saying, this is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victors. But Yahawashi said unto them, they need not depart. Give ye them to eat. Verse 17, and they said unto him, we have here but 5 loaves and 2 fish. He said, bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass and take the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. And looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat and were filled. And they took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full. And they had eaten, and they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, because beside women and children. And the straightway Yahawashi constrained his disciples to get into their ship and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitude away.
Right. So yeah, you can pause right there, right? So Christ was feeding his people. That's not the one I wanted in particular. There's one in where it talks about he made them sit down in companies and in ranks, right? But the point that I was bringing out is that he was building up a military system. You know what I'm saying? With rank. You know what I'm saying? A military has rank in it. You know what I'm saying? You have somebody that you report to. There's people that's above other people. You know what I'm saying? It has a rank system set up, right? And Christ came through and he set up that same rank system that we have here in the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? He made them sit down by rank the same way when we about to eat, everything done in rank and order. You know what I'm saying? When we serving, doing anything that we doing in the Isupk is all done by rank and order. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Christ did, right? He set up that military order to make sure that his people had an army, right? Because he was building up his nation, building up his people, and they needed in a defense against the oppressor, right? But the most important thing Christ taught the people, the multitude, is how to serve the Most High and keep his law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? And everything else came with it. It's written in this book. It's written in the laws about our ranks. It's written in this book about separating from our oppressor. It's written in this book on how to serve the Most High and keep his commandments. And that's what's going to free us in this time that we in right now. Because we're still going through the same thing that we're going through, that we went through in the 60s. Going through the same exact thing, man. Ain't nothing changed, man. All right, ain't nothing changed. Go ahead and drop that. Let me get Matthew 21 and 19.
Matthew chapter 21, verse 19. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon, but leaves only, and said unto it, let no fruit grow on thee henceforth forever.
Mm-hmm.
And presently the fig tree withered away.
All right.
And when we keep going, it's like
Keep going.
And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how soon is the fig tree withered away?
Right. So what's going on here? Break down the scenario.
Well, the figs didn't have no fruit, so
Mm-hmm.
he basically, I guess, cursed the fruit so that or cursed the tree that it never grows fruit.
All
And then
right.
the disciples, um, they're asking,
Well, what was Christ
um,
doing? What was Christ coming from? What was he doing at this time?
well, basically, it was a tree. It was supposed to bear fruit. So if it didn't bear fruit, I mean, I guess he's, you know, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing.
Right. Well, Christ was doing his work, right? He's traveling, right? He going from city to city, and he's on a move on raising up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Which are the children of Israel, right? Because that's what his job was to do. So on his travel, he gets a little bit hungry. You know what I'm saying? So while he traveling, he see a fig tree, right? A fig tree is a tree that grows figs, you know what I'm saying? Or a fruit, you know what I'm saying? And the point of the reason why we're reading this is to show you the spirit of the king, our king Yahawashi that we serve in the Isupk is a lot different from what they tell you about him in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? They don't really go through these type of scriptures and show you what spirit or the austere spirit that Christ had. You know what I'm saying? They make it seem like he was a passive dude that was not about really liberating and freeing his people, right? So he see this fig tree, and this tree is full of leaves, meaning there's no fruit on this tree. You know what I'm saying? So what he begins to do, he begins to curse this tree. You know what I'm saying? Bop, man, bump this tree, man. Forget you, tree. You know what I'm saying? He's upset at the fact that this tree has no fruit for him to eat. You know what I'm saying? So he tells his fruit, you know what? Wither away and die. Think about that. That's the spirit of Yahawashi, that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? He was not, oh, tree, it's okay, tree. We'll find another tree on the road and eat that, guys. You know what I'm saying? He got upset at the fact that this tree did not have fruit for him to eat. Christ was not about no games. He wasn't playing no games, man. He was serious about what he was doing. So serious that if they truly did not feed him while he was working, that tree is to wither away and die. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's no different from your pastor and from your quote unquote blackity black movement. You know what I'm saying? If it's not producing the right fruit, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna wither away and die. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ is not for everybody. He don't love everybody. He don't even love this damn fig tree. Right? Go ahead and read on.
Verse 21. And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Christ served the Most High. He did everything that the Most High did, man. Told him to do. You know what I'm saying? And in doing that, the Lord heard his prayers. He had power on this earth to curse that fig tree. You know what I'm saying? Did Yahawashi curse the fig tree? Guess what? It was with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That fig tree was against the Most High at that particular moment. You get what I'm saying?
Come on.
That fig tree was against the Most High because it was not feeding his servant. So when he said wither away and die, guess what? The Most High was like, you know what? That tree gonna wither away and die. And that's the spirit of Yahawashi. That's the spirit of Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because he was about this work and about redeeming his people. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing funny or jokey about Yahawashi, right? Drop that real quick. Anything you want to add on to that?
No, sir.
All right, let's get Romans 13:1.
Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God.
Mm-hmm.
The powers that be are ordained of God.
Mm-hmm.
Whatsoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Right. Now, this is talking about what we facing with right now. You know what I'm saying? What we going through with right now. You know what I'm saying? He's saying be subject unto these high powers. Meaning who? Right? The high powers is talking about the one that's over us right now. You know what I'm saying? That's your police officers. You know what I'm saying? Your mayors or whoever, you know what I'm saying? These are the people that's above us right now. You know what I'm saying? That's governing America and setting laws in America. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is saying, be subject unto them, because the Lord is the one that put him over us. You know what I'm saying? Now, you have fake Israelites that'll read this and be like, you see, this is what happened when Trayvon Martin went against George Zimmerman. This is not talking about George Zimmerman. You know what I'm saying? This is not talking about your local white man that's walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about the authority that, you know what I'm saying, that the people that has authority in America. You know what I'm saying? The people with the badge. You know what I'm saying? The people that enforces the laws. Those people that you should be subject to by not breaking the laws. Right? George Zimmerman was not a police officer. You know what I'm saying? He was not he was even a damn security guard. What was he? Neighborhood watch or something like that?
You know what I'm saying? Neighborhood watch.
He was neighborhood watch. You know what I'm saying? This is a black kid walking outside, you know what I'm saying, minding his own business, and some white man had a problem with it and feel like he need to approach him about it. You know what I'm saying? Which end up getting the young black man killed. You know what I'm saying? But that power that we should be subject on is talking about the authority of the government that's over us. You know what I'm saying? And listen, breaking his laws is what's gonna bring you down. You know what I'm saying? Picking up guns illegally, you know what I'm saying, or pointing them at the FBI agents. You know what I'm saying? Marching around and letting off stray bullets and all of that stuff. All of that is gonna, cause your movement to cease. You know what I'm saying? That's what's not gonna free you out of this hellhole oppression that we're going through. You know what I'm saying? Continue to read on.
Khan. That's like verse 3. For the rulers are not a terror of good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
Right. When Christ was on the scene, he was not breaking the Romans law. They try to accuse him of breaking the laws of Rome by accusing him of treason. You know what I'm saying? Or by accusing him of trying to, overthrow the Roman government. When really he was setting up his people to be strong enough so the Most High can redeem his people or destroy the Roman government. You know what I'm saying? But he was not somebody that was, doing evil in Rome. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? A ruler is not a terror unto good works. Even Pontius Pilate had to think twice before he crucified Yahawashi. His wife kept on begging him, like, nah, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But Christ had to do that in order for us to get a second chance at rulership. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere you'll find in the movement of or the teachings of Christ or everything that he did on earth, nowhere you'll find him picking up a gun or picking up a sword and killing thousands of Romans. You will not find that. You know what I'm saying? You will not find nowhere where it says that he killed 500 Romans and did all of that stuff. Not saying Christ was non-violent like Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? But he knew what was more important. He knew what can bring about a true change and a true revolution to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with serving the Most High. That comes with keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right? Not you, feeling like you want to, in your frustration and pick up a firearm. We understand why you pissed off. Trust me, we understand why you pissed off in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? But we need discipline and we need order. All right? This is how you going to get it, by coming under Yahawashi in the ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana. This is how you're going to get it. You're going to get the right solution that's going to free us. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff that they doing now and they did last year is giving a white man full license to shoot you dead in the street. You know what I'm saying? All of that's getting high, running the strip clubs and breaking all type of law, doing whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Is giving the white man full license to make sure he shoots you down in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's how. Now, I don't know anybody in the Black Panther, but listen, they found a lot of legal stuff that was going on at that time in the 60s. Whether the white man, planted it or did whatever, you know what I'm saying? They was able to infiltrate, you know what I'm saying, and find things that they was doing, that they can press charges on so they can shut them down. You know what I'm saying? Here in the ISUBK, you know what I'm saying, listen, the white man can infiltrate all he wants. You know what I'm saying? But like the scriptures say, he is not a terror unto good works. He ain't gonna find no illegal firearms. He ain't gonna find pounds of weed in the back or something like that. He ain't gonna find no scheme that we got setting up to get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? We adhere to the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And by following the laws of this Bible, you're gonna keep the laws of America as well. All right? Drop that real quick. Let me get Romans 12 and 19.
Come. Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Mm-hmm. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
Right. The Lord will repay. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Lord said out of his own mouth. Right? We just read how Christ said, those my enemies, bring them before me and slay them hither. Paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying? Slay them before me. This is what Christ said. Right? Christ, the Lord sees what's going on, and he will take vengeance. And it's gonna excite to see when the Lord decides to take vengeance on all those that oppress us. You know what I'm saying? The blood of our oppressors is gonna be bathing in the streets of America for all the crimes that he committed against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? And that is justice according to the Most High. That is true justice. You want to be free? You want your oppressor to die? Serve the Most High. It'll happen. You know what I'm saying? Serve the Most High, and it will happen, man. Right? The Lord is not about, kumbaya. Nowhere in this Bible where he said he loved everybody. It's about what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it is wrong to enslave God chosen people. It is wrong to hang them from trees. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? God is gonna make it right. And the way he gonna make it right is by killing these devils, man. Now, let me get Revelations 13:9. And listen, for all y'all Christians out there, we reading out the New Testament on purpose. You know what I'm saying? We reading out the New Testament on purpose to show y'all the New Testament is just as violent as the Old Testament. Like they try to say. You know what I'm saying? They try to say, well, there's too much killing in the Old Testament. Too much dying and all of that stuff. Well, guess what? The New Testament is no different. You know what I'm saying? The New Testament talks about the justice of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? And the way we're going to reach that point of finding true justice is by understanding the role that Yahawashi played on this earth. By coming back to these laws, statutes, commandments. You ain't got to pick up a gun to shoot the white man and think he's going to get justice for that. If you serve the Most High, God will kill the white man. Or the oppressor, Salaki. They try to get this flag down. Go ahead and read that.
That's Revelation chapter 19. You said verse 11?
No, 13:9.
Oh, 13:9, Salaki. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right. $1 million question. All right. Who led Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians into captivity?
So-called oppressor or the oppressor.
Right. The oppressor, right? The white man. You know what I'm saying? He led Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians into captivity, man. What the Bible says, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. That's justice according to the Most High. All right? Don't they say that in the world about karma and what goes around comes around?
What goes around comes around.
Right. They love to say that. You know what I'm saying? They love to say that when it comes to them being offended. You know what I'm saying? They love to say that when it comes to them being offended. You know what I'm saying? But when it's for us and wanting justice for ourselves, for us being persecuted and being plagued and drugs pushing our neighborhood and killed by the tunes of tens of thousands, then they tell us to forget about it. They tell us that's just the past. Well, the 60s, what you see in the 60s is no different from what we're going through today. It's still going on today. Fred Hampton is still relevant in 2021. That's why they dropped the movie. They dropped that movie because right now is the perfect time to get all that blackity black movement stuff out right now. They're going to market and milk it for all the money that it's worth. Because guess what? It is no different from what we're going through in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Don't commit the crime. So like Officer Mashamar said, don't commit the crime if you can't do the time. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's what they love to say. Well, guess what? They are guilty of a crime that they committed and our forefathers for over 400 years. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't never do time. Well, guess what? When the Mosai comes and return, and when Yahawashi returns, he gonna avenge us. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna give them time. They gonna sit in that jail cell and rot in there for eternity. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible says, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. Right? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, man. This is what we praying for in the Isupk, right? Any more on that, Officer Heiser?
Shalaki.
Go ahead.
Shalaki. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? The saints of the Most High is you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. that made a covenant with him. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that you should want is from your oppressor is from him to drop dead. You should not want equal rights with him. You should not want to be joined with him. You should not want to sit in his toilet. You should not want to vote for him and none of that. There's nothing that you can possibly get from this oppressor. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you should want from him is to drop dead. And guess what? The Lord is going to do it. The Lord is going to get all the praise and the glory for destroying America in 1 hour. It's going to be light work for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Them chariots going to swing through. Yahawashi and them going to swing through. And he going to make light work of all oppressor. You think he great now with the military and the missiles and the atomic bombs and all of that stuff? That's nothing compared to what the Most High got prepared for him, ready for him. That's nothing compared to that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is getting ready to bring a slaughter and a bloodbath through here in America. Right?
Come.
Let's drop that. Let me get Matthew 26.
Like if I could, what verse?
Start at verse 53.
Come. Matthew chapter 26, verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father?
And jump me up 2 verses, Babaksha. 51.
Come. Matthew chapter 26, verse 51. And behold, one of them which were with Yahawashi stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear.
Right, he cut off his ear. You know what I'm saying? Peter was seeing that they came to grab Yahawashi. He pulled out his sword, swoop, one swipe, cut off his ear. You know what I'm saying? He was nice with the sword, right? Read on.
Then said Yahawashi unto him, put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword.
Right. This is not the foundation of Christ's revolution. Right? Picking up the sword is not the foundation. Like we said before, you want to, get you a weapon to protect yourself from people that's trying to harm you or do anything you do. You know what I'm saying? Of course, get it legally. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with carrying a weapon or having a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Or having a firearm. Right? Make sure you practice and go to the shooting range with it. Get it right and ready. But don't think that same firearm that you pull at the shooting range, you know what I'm saying, is going to free you from the oppression that the white man has us in America. You know what I'm saying? Don't think getting the AR-15 and 20, assault rifles is what's going to free us in America. You know what I'm saying? The foundation of Christ's revolution was what?
Like if I could.
Go ahead.
The Most High just being obedient to the Lord and doing pretty much what he was ordered to do.
Right. Keeping the commandments. Following orders. Doing the will of his Father. That was the foundation of his revolution. Right? Read on.
Verse 53.
And another point too, right? Let's say real quick. I don't mean to cut in obviously, Isaac. But let's just say Peter ended up swiping his cat ear, and they was able to get away from those Pharisees and those Roman soldiers at that time. You know what I'm saying? All that praise would have gone to that sword that Peter had. Right? They would have been like, man, thankfully you had that sword, or else Yahawashi would not have gotten away. Right? Instead of us giving thanks to any weapon, we're gonna give thanks to the Most High when he frees us from our oppressor. That's who our thanks belongs to. You know what I'm saying? And it's happening now. You seen it bit by bit. America's falling slowly but surely. With COVID and the weather and all of that. You know what I'm saying? This empire is coming down to his knees. And guess who's going to get all the praise for that? Listen, COVID is killing more people than a nigga and a gun could ever do. You know what I'm saying? What is it, 500,000 now, they just said? Yesterday or something like that?
If I could,
go ahead.
In areas Black people don't even know exist. Like, if I could,
go ahead.
There's certain areas that the so-called white man have that we don't even know exist. Certain little provinces and certain communities that, you know, we just drive by and see the houses, but we've never actually been in these communities in these areas. Whereas the Lord sent a plague and they, you know, they hide in their communities or whatever.
Right.
But now they got to come out and go to the hospital. Now they got to come out and go to funerals. Now they got to come out of those hidden spots that we don't really know about, that, you know what I'm saying, the Lord know about. And because, because the Most High is just that, because he deserves that name as being the Most High, he can send something that a gun or, you know, anything that any black group or any Islam group or any group, you know, they want to, you know, march on Washington and, you know, they want to shoot up, whatever they want to shoot up. Well, that's just one area. The Lord will shut the whole earth down.
Right. Damn right, boy. Damn right, man. He'll shut the, and listen, he'll do it with a mosquito. Right? Zika virus. He'll do it with a damn, you know, something that's small and, you know, you will think nothing of it, but the Lord will have it carrying a deadly disease and wipe out your whole country. You know what I'm saying? That's the power that we serve, man. And that's very, very true. Even there's secluded cities, you know what I'm saying? Cities that's probably, you know, ducked off and nobody knows about, they still can't hide in those cities. Right. COVID is coming and shutting them down, man. And that's more damage than any Negro with a gun can do, man. You know what I'm saying? That should show you the power of the Most High power of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? That should show you the power of the God of Israel. You should know that he is no joke. How could you be a pastor and a Christian and you read about the flood and you still want to eat pork? You read about the Lord killing the Egyptians, killing every newborn, and you still want to run in the strip club. You still want to get high. What sense does that make, man? You know what I'm saying? The Lord is no joke, man. You know what I'm saying? And the way that we gonna get free in this oppression that we in right now is by serving that God that flooded the whole earth, that killed every firstborn of the Egyptian. Guess what? He'll do it to our oppressors too. He'll kill all of their firstborn. You know what I'm saying? Without a nigga striking not one arrow or a gun. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue on in the scriptures real quick.
Verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels?
Right. So after he told him, listen, put up your sword, because that's not my base of my revolution. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, you don't think I can ask my Father to call up 12 legions of angels? Somebody look up that number for me. Right? And let me ask this question real quick too. What do you think those 12 legions of angels was gonna come and do? Come and unify the whole earth? Come to sing kumbaya and love and forgiveness? All right. The Most High has a military. They call him in the Bible the Lord of Hosts. Was that you, Asirai? All right. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord done I think you still got the lag real quick, Officer. I think it's still lagging from last time. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord, he can send these angels and kill all of our oppressors. And that's what Christ was about. He was not, just doing what he wanted to do. He had to follow orders. He had to follow these orders. And he's saying, don't think, man, I couldn't have just sent a legion of angels to wipe out these Romans, to wipe out my enemies. Right? Read on.
Verse 54. But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled? That thus it must be.
Right. He had to die for Israel in order for us to get a second chance. That's the only way it was possible for us to get another opportunity to be under and join with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care how many guns you pick up or how many battles you fought, just like we just read in Joshua 7. If the Lord is not with you, you're not going to win. You is not going to win. So what Yahawashi did is got the Lord on our side. That's what that's what he died for. So the Lord can be back on our side. You know what I'm saying? But what we need to do is realize that he's the God of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And we need to come back to the Most High and serve him. And guess what? He'll kill our oppressors. He'll send those legions then. You know what I'm saying? He'll send those angels and come and destroy our oppressor, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what it takes for us to be free from this captivity, right? Drop that.
Okay.
Let me get right. Let me get Romans. Let me get the weapons of our warfare is not carnal. Which one is that one? Somebody can grab me that real quick.
Tulagi, sir.
Go ahead.
Believe that's Shalom. Yahawashi Mashal Thumb.
Hey, Shalom, Yapata.
Let's see here. I think it's Romans 8 chapter.
Okay.
I might be in the wrong spot.
All right. I got it right here. Somebody give me 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Start me at verse 3.
10:3, Kana Khan.
You go ahead.
Khan, sir. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Right. What is that flesh talking about? We walk in the flesh, right? Your pastor make that seem like a derogatory word or a term to use, you know what I'm saying? But it's a simple statement or a simple word. What is that talking about?
In the carnal body, sir.
You said a carnal body, Kawan?
Kind out of one con, sir.
Right. You know what I'm saying? What was you gonna say, Officer Isaac?
Oh, Slack, if I could, I was gonna say your desire, your lust, your desire, like whatever you feel, makes you feel good, whether that's weed, whether that's, sleeping with prostitutes, celebrating Christmas, celebrating whatever it is, outside of what the Lord wants you to do.
Okay. Well, depending on the context, it can kind of gear towards that. But what we're reading about right now is more into what Officer Kawan said. You know what I'm saying? Meaning your body, right? We walking in the flesh right now. We walking in the body right now. We got 2 arms, all of that, skin, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But we do not war against flesh. You know what I'm saying? The flesh that we're going through is not, a carnal battle. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that you can just pick up a sword, pick up a gun, and just kill off all your enemies and be good. You know what I'm saying? The battle that we fighting is not about flesh. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 3. Shilaki, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds.
But it is mighty, right? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, right? What would be considered a carnal weapon?
Shilaki, sir.
Go ahead.
A gun, a knife, a sword.
Right. You know what I'm saying? All those things that our oppressors depend on, right? They depend on their military and their missiles and their atomic bombs and their fighter jets. That's the only thing that they can depend on is their technology. You know what I'm saying? But the weapons that we have, that we can depend on, comes from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The weapons of our warfare is not carnal. And like I said, it's fine and dandy if you want to get you a legal firearm. You know what I'm saying? You want to own a weapon, get you a weapon, make sure you read up on the rules and regulations in your city, in your state, and owning that weapon. You know what I'm saying? But don't think with that weapon that's going to liberate you from your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Because the weapons of our warfare is not carnal. You know what I'm saying? What we going through is a spiritual battle, right? And that goes to what Officer Heiser said, wanting to follow your lust, wanting to still get hot, want to still vote and join the white man, want to beg him for equal rights and be included in the affairs of America. You know what I'm saying? Want to be down with his military. All of these things the Lord told us not to do. You know what I'm saying? But our people is doing that by the tens of thousands. Our people is doing that even in their groups, even in their quote unquote revolutionary groups. This is the things that they doing. You know what I'm saying? They still following the white man, even though they scream Black Lives Matter. They still love America, even though they screaming no justice, no peace. Hands up and don't shoot. And listen, I understand your frustration. I know why you mad. But if you want a solution, your solution is coming into the ISUPK.
That's right.
Under Commander General Yahawashi. That is your solution. Because what we setting up is to fight this battle. We're fighting this battle spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You will not find a brother in here that's still breaking the commandments of the Most High. We teach our brothers and sisters how to serve the Most High and keep his commandments. Because that's what's going to free us. And that is the greatest weapon that we have, is this brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? The records that's written in this book. That's the greatest weapon we can ever have. And that's the only weapon that we need. Right? Any more on that?
Khan.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the power, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach.
Right. Discipline and focus you can gain from reading this Bible. How to build up a nation and take care of your community, you can read about it in this Bible. Right? You listening and watching these videos of people marching, it looks enticing. It looks fun to do. It looks all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the only way you're going to get a true change in your life is by making sure you casting down those imaginations. You know what I'm saying? You getting away from everything that exalts itself from the Most High. And that is your oppressor. He exalts himself against the Most High all day, every day. All right? But you need to make sure you obey the Yahawashi, our King. You know what I'm saying? And you'll find yourself in a better position. You can find your communities swept up and taken care of. Having food on your table every night. Your lights on every night. That's what Christ was all about, man. He was a true revolutionary, right? Drop that. Anything y'all want to add, man? Y'all can go ahead too, man. But drop that. Let me get Matthew 5:17.
Come on, Sean.
Yeah, whenever you got it, you can go ahead.
Oh, no, sir. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall not in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Right. That was the foundation of his revolution. That's what it was all about. Making sure that his people come back and serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And without these laws, statutes, commandments, we will never get free. We will continue to be destroyed. And listen, it's happening. You see it in our communities. We done tried everything under the sun. We was Black Panthers, Black Power, Young Lords, Brown Berets. We was all these things. You know what I'm saying? But none of that succeeded because we didn't have the Most High on our side. You know what I'm saying? What we need to do is make sure that we come in this ISUPK, serve the Most High, keep these commandments, and you will watch our oppressor be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You will watch America crumble to the ground, man. You know what I'm saying? But all it takes for you to change your life, because that's what we wrestle against. You know what I'm saying? That's the weapons of our warfare. This is what we fighting against. It's spiritual. We fighting against what your flesh desire, and get your spirit right with the Most High, right? All right. Any more on that? That was it. That was it, right?
That was it. Come on, sir.
What time is this? I can get the time check, Bubba Shaw.
9:01, sir.
9:01. All right. So, all right. Any questions on topic? All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Kawan.
Kind, sir. The ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under Commander General Yahawashi. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. The ISUPK security announcements. Yeah, in just 1 second. Salaki out of one. All right, the ISUPK security announcements, rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. They need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the head. Tithes, which is the commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew. Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. You can pay that your tithes on the Cash App. It's $UPK Tides with an S. That is the new handle, $UPK Tides with an S. Or you can pay it on the website, isupk.com, and pay it through PayPal or debit or credit. All right. Also, our priest fund. It's a free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give. All right. Let's see. Up and coming holy convocations. The Feast of Purim. It is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. It will be this Thursday and Friday. We will be linking at the school at the East Avenue East. Is it 1628 Avenue East in Riviera Beach? School. We'll be gathering. Is it for both days, sir?
Yep.
We're gathering for both days at the school. If you want to bring anything, you can do that. Just come out and congregate with the brothers and sisters down at the school. Reminder for Hakim, if anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. With that, we're going to send a courtesy salute to the teacher. Let's say a majim, which means to stand. Men of Israel. A majim Shabbat. A majim. Barak. Hashem Yahawashi.
Yahweh Yahshua Brakathum.
Yajamataz, we mean hands down. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters in the school. Men of Israel. Majim Shabbat. A majim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Yajamataz. Dismiss.
All right, man. The water I keep coming through, man. Let's keep this going. Next Wednesday.
God, Lord of Christ.
All right, so the water, y'all.
I'm gonna get with you too, sir.
All right, so
God,
all right, shalom, Lord of Christ.